Chio Sakamoto and her older sister Satsuo are brought to Gion, Kyoto, after their impoverished father sells them off in 1929. Kayako Nida, also known as Mother, is the owner of a nearby okiya and takes in Chio. Satsu, thought to be too ugly, is sent to a brothel. Along with Pumpkin, a young girl, Hatsumo, the resident geisha of the okiya, and the other women who run the house. Granny and Auntie, are also introduced to Chio. Chio and Pumpkin soon start their schooling to become future geisha. Hatsumo treats Chio cruelly right away because he perceives her as a possible rival. Hatsumo tells her where Satsu is located in the red light district, hoping she will flee. They decide that the next night they will flee. Chio sustains injuries after falling while attempting to flee via the rooftops. In order to pay off her debts, Mother decides not to invest in her geisha training and instead turns her into a menial servant. Chio never sees Satsu again after she leaves Kyoto. Chairman Kanaiwamura is encountered by Chio one day as she is sobbing on a riverbank. To lift her spirits, he buys her a dessert of shaved ice and gives her his handkerchief and some cash. Chio, moved by his generosity, decides to train to become a geisha in order to live in the chairman's life. After a few years, Pumpkin makes her Mako debut under Hatsumo's guidance. Not long after, Mameha, one of the most well-known geisha in the area, takes Chio under her wing and convinces Mother to reinvest in Chio's geisha training by promising to pay her twice over after her debut. Chio takes on the name Sayuri and becomes a Mako. She is reintroduced to the chairman at a sumo match, but she catches the eye of his stern business partner Toshikazu Nobu. Sayuri gains popularity due to Mameha's efforts and Hatsumo's deceit, drawing the interest of numerous men such as Dr. Crab and Mameha's own Dana, the Baron. A bidding war ensues for Sayuri's deflowering ceremony, which is a prerequisite to her full geisha status. Dr. Crab breaks the record with his winning bid of 15,000 yen, crushing Pumpkin and infuriating Hatsumo. The mother declares Sayuri her adopted daughter and the heiress to the okiya right away. Sayuri finds an inebriated Hatsumo in her room after the ceremony, where the latter has discovered the chairman's handkerchief. They fight as a result, and Hatsumo ultimately lights a fire in the okiya. Gion is closed to Hatsumo, and the building is spared. The start of World War II ends Sayuri's prosperous career. She is moved by the chairman to a kimono maker in the safe haven of the countryside. Sayuri is asked by Nobu to assist him in impressing an American colonel who might approve funding for their business after the war. She meets up with Pumpkin, who is now employed as an escort, and Mameha, who grudgingly consents to assist her in making an impression on the colonel. Sayuri goes to the Amami Islands with Nobu, the chairman, Mameha, Pumpkin, and the soldiers. Sayuri declines the colonel's advances when he makes them. When he sees this, Nobu confronts her and says he wants to be her Dana. Sayuri enlists Pumpkin's assistance in her scheme to have Nobu discover that she is having an intimate relationship with the colonel in order to make him lose interest. But Pumpkin brings the chairman in his place. She claims it's her retaliation for Sayuri being adopted by Mother rather than her when questioned. Sayuri gives up on pursuing the chairman after becoming discouraged.
Once back in Jin, Sayuri receives a call to a tea house in the area. She is taken aback to see the chairman instead of Nobu, as she had expected. He admits that he has feelings for Sayuri, that he always knew who she was but,
out of respect for Nobu, refrained from interfering with her feelings, and that he set Mameha up to be her mentor. At last, Sayuri is able to tell the chairman she loves him, and they kiss. A stroll through a stunning Japanese garden with waterfalls and rocks, as well as their passionate embrace and kiss, mark the conclusion of the movie.